So I don't normally do these types of videos, but the Adeptacon reveals by Games Workshop were just really cool. Everyone's been talking about them. My phone has been going off non-stop with all the Discord notifications where people have been talking about all of the reveals. Some better than others, but definitely overall probably one of the best reveal shows GW have done for quite a while, certainly that I can remember. So I thought I'd make a little video where we'll have a look through them. I know you've all seen them, but there's no harm in looking again, is there? And yeah, I'll give my opinion, and I'd love to hear your opinions as well. So do let me know in the comments, like, what's your favourite, what you don't like, as well as what you do like, and what you hope to see in the future as well. And I'll talk a little bit about what I hope to see in the future related to these releases and beyond. So yeah, let's get into it, and let's take a look. Okay, so here we are on the Warhammer community website. They've got the video of the reveal show up the top, which I haven't watched. The reveal show was very early in the morning over here in the UK, and I didn't stay up for it or anything like that, or wake up early. But obviously I have been looking at all of the pretty pictures so far. I'm going to start with the Space Wolves. So yeah, the Sons of Ross howl into the stars once more, for Armageddon stands on the brink and Space Wolves rise to its defense once more. I was really surprised that they've announced the Space Wolves. They've been rumoured for a while, but it looks like we're going to be seeing them sooner rather than later, which is really cool. So the Wolves of Fenris are strapping on their pelts and roaring into action with a wide range of new miniatures, just some of which you can find in the upcoming Space Wolves army set. So that suggests there's going to be more new miniatures coming. I'd expect we'd get a upgrade set similar to the Blood Angels, Dark Angels, and Black Templars. We'll move that up a little bit. There we go. But yeah, so far they've announced this army box, which has Blood Claws. And yeah, they're pretty cool. They just look like assault intercessors with little Space Wolf bits and heads and all sorts. But it's nice that they've got, or getting their own set rather than just being made from upgrade sprues and stuff. So really nice. And the Grey Hunters, I assume this is a dual set. I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong, but it makes sense if it was. Similar to the guys in the Emperor's Children box, which I forget the names of now, Tormentors and something else. Is it Infractors? Something like that. Just like a dual kit. These might not be. I don't know if they might not be, actually, because if you look at the armour around the neck, it is different. So unless that's an add-on piece, I don't know. They might have said in the reveal show, so you do have to bear with me. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you know. It would make sense to just have the dual kit though, but these are really nice. But again, just very much like intercessors / assault intercessors, and with Space Wolves bits, but pretty cool. These I'm really excited about, the Wolfguard Head Takers. So I do like these little squads of 3. Granted, you get wolves for these as well, so essentially they're a squad of 6. But I do like these squads of 3, sort of more elite miniatures that they do these days, and it's nice, with Marines at least anyway. And it's nice that Space Wolves have got their own. I really like the round shields, very cool. And yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they? So yeah, much like the ones that the Dark Angels have got, so the Inner Circle Companions, which are really nice, and then Blood Angels got Sanguinary Guard, but they're not as nice as this. But like Blade Guard Veterans as well, they're essentially sort of similar to them, aren't they? Really like them. Yeah, very cool. It's nice seeing more sort of highly detailed Primera stuff as opposed to just that, which is fine for your rank and file stuff, but yeah, it's nice to have your more elite units like that. Yeah, very cool. We have a Wolfguard Battle Leader. Again, another nice miniature, essentially a captain. Or lieutenants even, forgive me, because we haven't got enough Space Marine Lieutenants. But as far as Space Marine Lieutenants go, these have got to be up there with some of the best. It's an amazing miniature. Absolutely stunning. Got some head options as well, weapon options. Hammer looks amazing. Speaking of amazing, I'm losing my voice. The Wolf Priest, which is just absolutely stunning. That head is beautiful. I think Grey Tide Studio do a similar helmet like that, which we sell. I think so. And yeah, really nice. That head's really nice as well, though. I think as far as Wolf Priests go, I would certainly pick that one and give that one to another hero or a squad leader, because that's really nice. Beautiful miniature, absolutely stunning. And then we've got that army book. So yeah, there's going to be more for the Space Wolves, so really exciting release for them. So next up we have Crusade, Armageddon, and Grey Knights. So there's going to be a Crusade book. Armageddon, really exciting. I mean, the Armageddon campaigns have always been good fun. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to be in this book. I'm not going to sit and read everything here because it'll be a very long and boring video, but obviously you can read it all on the community website. Here I'm just mostly going to focus on drooling over new miniatures, although maybe not so much with Grey Knights, because I'm not a huge fan of the Nemesis Dread Knight. But it's nice that they've given it some more weapon options. It would be nice if they could give us a larger image. Oh, there we go. Yeah. It's really cool. But the upgrades, what they've given are cool. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of a miniature, but I do really like the flail, and like it's got a tabard thing now, and yeah, I assume this is some sort of variant of it, like a sort of leader variant. Again, I didn't watch the reveal show, so I don't know too much, but yeah, so you can have like a Grandmaster in Nemesis Dread Knight suit. Yeah, I'll say I'm not 100% sold on it. If it just wasn't carrying him like a baby, it would be amazing. So I'm sure there's some 3D printable upgrade kits or resin upgrade kits and stuff that third-party sellers do, which makes them look a bit more prettier. Decided to scroll down the page by itself. So another thing that's been rumoured for a while is the World Eaters with Death Guard and the Thousand Suns. Now, of course, we've just got the Emperor's Children, although we're still waiting for the rest of their stuff to be released at the moment. But the rest of the Chaos guys for the different Chaos Gods are just around the corner, and they've all got some new releases. So World Eaters have got this Exalted 8-bound Champion guy, which is cool. I'm never that enthusiastic when a Codex comes out and they just get another HQ. But I understand why GW do it, just to give them a release. That backpack is pretty good though, of all the skulls. Yeah, I can already see some kit bashing potential for a Chaos Lord here. So I'm not a huge fan of, like, I don't like weapons grafted onto arms, and I certainly don't like arms being perfectly straight like that unless they're pointing a gun at something. Yeah, not a huge fan of a miniature, but I can see a lot of potential with it. It might be worth picking up. And you might see it on a future kit bashing video. And then I got their Codex as well, of course. Death Guard, so I've already seen this guy before. He is pretty cool. I do like him. Not really much to say on him. I'm sure you guys seen him a while ago. But yeah, nice miniature. And then we've got these robots for Thousand Suns, which I don't like. I'll be honest. They're okay. They just don't feel like Thousand Suns. I know in the context of like Demon Engines and stuff, then maybe, but these guys aren't very big. I've seen other photos of them, and they're not that much larger than the Terminators. Like, if they were sort of big sort of Nemesis Dread Knight sized, then maybe I could get behind them, but they're just little guys. And then you only get 2 of them, which is a bit odd. So, yeah, I don't know. And I think maybe if they were painted in, like, all in, like, turquoise and gold, maybe. Or for blue and gold. They might look better. I don't know. Not sold on them, though. But hey, it's new miniatures. And then we've got some stuff. We get the same treatment as that of the Emperor's Children. Each has its own luxury special edition. And I assume these little things, you could put them all together to make a nice chaotic circle. Something for collectors there. So yeah, that's probably the least enthusiastic you'll ever see me about Chaos. But still, new releases. We have chapter approved. There's a new mission deck. So I don't really play. I haven't played for a while, so nothing too exciting here for me. But there's a little objective set as well. It's always nice that they release sort of stuff for gaming. Can't always be miniatures. There is a game to be had as well. Speaking of which, Spearhead for Age of Sigmar. So there's a new Spearhead little gaming pack. Comes with beautiful double-sided mat and little pieces of terrain, which we can see here. Really cool. Oh, we do have some arrows. There we go. Yeah, really nice. I do like these smaller game types like Spearhead and Combat Patrol. And yeah, they're getting some more Spearheads, which is really nice. It gives you a good sense of what miniatures don't sell very well. But in all seriousness, I really like these ones. There's a nice little mix here in the Cities of Sigmar one. And if, like me, you've already got these miniatures, haven't painted them all, but I do own all these miniatures, then you're ready to go. So that's always nice. I've got some Seraphon. So again, nice little mix of miniatures in there. I'm not 100% up on all the Seraphon stuff, so I do apologise. It does say though, doesn't it? 10 Saurus Warriors and a spawn of Kotek with 2 units of 5 Hunters of Huanchi and 3 Terror Wings. So, yeah. Well, the Hunters of Huanchi, were they the ones what are in Warhammer Underworlds? They were, weren't they? That's quite a mix. That's like 4 different squads there. Then we have the Ossiok Bone Reapers Mortisan Elite. So you've got the Morghast Arakai, Mortis Guard and the Cropler Stalkers, which are a dual kit, so essentially 2 of that kit. And then there's a Mortisan Ossifector, which is that guy there. If you want a small little army, Spearhead, that's the word I was thinking of. I was going to say Combat Patrol, my 40k brain. But if you want a Spearhead with not many miniatures that you don't want to paint a lot, then there you go. That is quite an elite one. It'd be interesting to see how that plays compared to like something like Seraphon with a lot of miniatures. And then we have the Ogre Moor Tribes Scrapgut. They're really just due new miniatures really badly. This all needs to be updated at some point. I mean, they hold their own though. So there's a couple of squads of Iron Guts, the Scrap Launcher, and some Noblars. And then the leader, who is a Man Trapper. I mean, that's a nice sized force. And yeah, your chance to win a Spearhead starter bundle as well. So you sign up for the newsletter before midnight on the 13th of April and you'll be entered into a draw to win. That's a Spearhead box of your choice and the Age of Sigmar paints and tool set to get them ready for battle. That's cool. Very nice of them to do a competition. I mean, how many are available? Is it just the one? Because there's a lot of us in this hobby. But still, that's cool. General's Handbook as well. With more details soon, but expect significant changes to battle tactics as the system shifts into a series of sequential goals that you select as part of army composition. And that's not all for Age of Sigmar. The Scourge of Gairan is almost upon us. In the weeks leading up to the new General's Handbook, every faction will receive free content, from new enhancement choices to entire battle formations. Nice. Which will be legal for match play as soon as the book lands. They'll all be available to download for free on Warhammer Community and on the Warhammer Age of Sigmar app. That's good, because it really feels like Age of Sigmar is sort of lacking a little bit with all these releases for other game systems, especially in this reveal show, and rumours for big Horus Heresy stuff, which is a game system which is always getting a lot of stuff released. Age of Sigmar seems a little bit quiet at the moment. So, yeah. And I haven't looked, just going down. We do have a roadmap, though. We don't know how far away all this is. But yeah, armies like the Deepkin. I mean, you got 4 armies there who really could all be fleshed out a little bit. I don't expect we'll see much for some of them. They could just get the hero treatment with a new book. But I think Deepkin and Caradron Overlords especially, they do need a couple more units added to their range to really flesh them out. So hopefully we'll get something good for them. It's rumoured the Blades of Khorne, they're getting that, I can't think of his name, but the guy who was in the first edition of Age of Sigmar, the sort of hero with the Fleshhound on the leash. You guys probably know what I'm on about. There's rumoured that he's been redone, which could be really cool. And then on the horizon, we have a wing. I'm thinking Daughters of Cain, maybe. Could be anything. I didn't look at that for 40k. Was that in any of these articles? I'm not sure. Let's have a quick scroll down. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, the roadmap for 40k. We have Chaos Knights, which we've known about for a while. Imperial Knights, Black Templars, and Grey Knights. So of course we know what Grey Knights are getting now. There's rumoured there's going to be a new big old knight for Chaos Knights, and maybe Imperial Knights will get one as well. Black Templars, I'm not really sure. I could only see them getting like the character treatment. And then we have on the horizon, and it's rumoured that we're going to be getting some new characters, or some old characters for Space Marines being redone. And that to me looked like a Leagues of Votan guy. So again, that's another little range that could do with being fleshed out. So we'll see. We shall see. Where do we go up to? We are up to Kill Team. So GW did tease a little bit of Tyrannid terrain. And yeah, it's from this Kill Team. So we get some new Raveners. So yeah. I think Raveners are a squad that have been long overdue an update. The old ones really look their age. And yes, some of these are quite nice. I don't know, I just prefer a more uniform look to Tyrannid squads. And obviously these are all like quite different. And I mean, that guy's got a big old thing on his back. I don't know, it'd be interesting how they work in Kill Team. Because I just never think of them as an army of just special, like having special roles between each individual. So yeah, I don't know, but the Kill Team's been such a great idea. It's been just a great way for GW to redo old miniatures without having them as part of a new codex release, and introduce new little squads and even factions in a way. And yeah, it's been brilliant. I think we can all agree that we like Kill Team for its releases, especially. And yeah, fighting against the Nids are some servitors led by a techno-archaeologist, which I probably pronounced completely wrong. But that is a mouthful. And yeah, we've got a servitor underseer and then some servitors. And I really like these servitors. Really nice. Like the medic ones. Yeah, they're very cool. Breacher and some combat servitors. yeah, really, really like them. And then we've got some Tyranid terrain to go alongside it as well. So a really cool box. And yeah, Kill Team just keeps delivering. I was saying that was much better than the previous one that's come out. So probably the most exciting and my favourite of all the reveals is Grand Cathay. But you know what? We'll just quickly look at Wood Elves first, and Beastmen, because I want to leave Cathay for last. Leave the best till last. And that's me saying that as someone who actually collects Wood Elves. So, it's so nice to see. Finally, I've been waiting for Wood Elves for a long time, and it's nice that Beastmen can finally play their army again. So they'll be coming. Some returning plastic miniatures. So, yeah, the Ungors there. Regular Gors. We can stock them on our site again. They've been sitting on there just empty, waiting for this re-release. Obviously, we don't know when it's going to be yet. The Bestigors as well, isn't it? And then the Minotaurs as well. I really like how they painted the Minotaurs here. They're really nice. And then there's a big old guy. What was that one called? The Gorgons, or the Cygors that makes one or the other. Really nice. They've got some returning resin miniatures as well. Big old axe for that guy. What have we got here? Oh yeah, so there's also the is this for Praeton? And then the Jabba Scythe. I'm sure I've got one somewhere. And the Cockatrice. So it's nice to see these sort of random beasts added to their range as well. Because I think they were available to everyone back in the day. You have to correct me if I'm wrong. Some returning metal miniatures. Always love a Battle Stand Bearer. One of my favourite things about Warhammer Fantasy or the Old World is just guys with massive banners. It just looks so cool on the battlefield. Maybe some made to order stuff as well as chariots there. We have a Razor Gore. And they also said, I think it said down the bottom of the page, there's going to be some really, really old miniatures returning as well for them, even if it's just made for order. And Wood Elves Battalion, that is a nice box. I assume that's what's in the battalion. But yeah, nice to see it all coming back finally. Got a Glade Guard, the Eternal Guard. Well, one of them is the Eternal Guard. I can never remember which one's which. But it makes the Eternal Guard, and it also makes the other one. What's the other one called? I can't remember. You guys are probably screaming at your screens. But you know what? Oh, it's Wildwood Rangers. There we go. Yes, I think that's Eternal Guard, and that's Wildwood Rangers. We have Glade Riders, and then Wild Riders and Sisters of the Fawn. Again, some of these are sets that have been sitting on our website just waiting to be re-released so we can restock them. And we have Orion. I like the older Orion, but it makes sense to re-release that one. What else we got? These guys. Oh, I can't remember the names of everything, so I do apologise. We've also got Eagle Rider as well. So, really cool. Some old stuff will be coming back. And then the old Treeman. Yeah, does it say above... Well, it does say above what everything is there. Yeah, obviously you guys can read all that. But yeah, they say there's going to be a Beast Pack 12 miniatures first released in 1987, so they're as old as I am. So that'd be quite cool. No pictures of them, but I'm sure we'll see them. So yeah, let's get on to Cathay. So, I mean, Wood Elves and Beastmen, who knows when they're going to be released? Probably soon. We're still waiting for the second wave of High Elves So Cathay could be a while. They could be more towards the end of the year, if even that. I mean, if they've, to be fair, if they've shown them now, then I'd imagine we will see them maybe around autumn. Well, who knows? We'll see. I could be completely wrong. You might be watching this in the future for some reason. So yeah, I don't know. They're so cool. I really, really, really like these. And it's exciting, we're getting a new faction for the old world. Really exciting. And the Lancers. Really nice. Now it's going to be interesting, this army is really going to stand out, I think, on the tabletop. Like, because obviously so many of the other factions just have a lot of old miniatures, and these are all new, so I think they're really going to sort of stand out in comparison. I don't know why I keep slipping down. There we go. But this is beautiful. And there's more to come as well. We've got Grand Cannon. Love a bit of dragon mouth there. And a rocket battery. But that's not all. The Shugengan Lord on the Great Spirit Longma. How nice is that? Absolutely stunning. Just absolutely stunning. Got Gate Masters of the Celestial Cities. And Sky Lantern. So excited for Sky Lantern. I'm actually making a hot air balloon thing, some of it here, for my Praetorian Guardsmen. And I'll probably pick one of these up to make another one. Absolutely stunning. Just love the little details just on the miniatures. Like there's a lot of personality in these miniatures. So cool. The Cathay and Sentinel, and this thing is a beast. It is huge. Absolutely amazing. And it's the Arcane Journal, but that's not all. Probably one of my favourite reveals. It's this one. So favourite, I've always forgotten her name. Miao Ying, Storm Dragon. She's just absolutely incredible. People have already been saying about making her into like a Farseer or something, which would just be incredible. Just really, just such a cool pose. And then the dragon itself is just stunning. Just really nice. Yeah, awesome. Just awesome. It's all plastic. Very cool. So yeah. Again, very surprised to see that they have been revealed already. So just wow. So yeah, that was my look through the reveals. So yeah, like I said, it'll be interesting to see how long it'll be before we see Cathay, because obviously we need the rest of the High Elves. We've got the Wood Elves and the Beastmen, who they might even have a couple of waves each. So it could be a little ways off, but yeah, they're going to sell. And then going forward with the old world, maybe they will start updating some older miniatures, and maybe they'll add some more units to existing factions, and then hopefully bring out some more factions and some Dogs of War and stuff like that. So there's a lot they could take the old world, and yeah, a lot to look forward to, I think. Really exciting. And like I say, Age of Sigmar seems a little bit on the back burner at the moment. Old world's starting to take the shine off it. And I love Age of Sigmar because that's some amazing releases. And we shouldn't forget that last year we had some absolutely incredible releases for Age of Sigmar. So maybe it's just taking a breather. So that was a reveal show. Something different, something to look at. Hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, then please do feel free to give it a thumbs up. And yeah, let me know what your favourite for reveals is and how excited that you are, and is there anything you don't like. And yeah, anything else you want to say? Obviously there's things I haven't known throughout this video, so you can feel free to correct me down below. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all again in the next video.